welcome to the live reading. Okay, let's start. Please let me know if the voice and the audio and the video is looking good. Alright, hello everyone, welcome to the live reading and thank you so much for joining in. So just as usual, I'm going to explain a couple of things about the live reading. The live reading is a free and donation based live reading, which means that I'm going to be prioritizing the donation first, and then after that I'm going to be doing the free reading. So for those of you who are looking for the free reading, you can post your question once in a while. All I'm asking here is that be patient, and yeah, like I said before, the donation will take priority. This is the first live reading for the full moon. I also already put up the schedule for the next live reading, which is going to be on Saturday, the weekend, and then I'll see when I can do the rest of the live reading. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, for those of you who are new to the channel, welcome. If you cannot see the live chat, you just need to click the subscribe button and wait for 5 minutes. The live chat will open up automatically. So yeah, let me know if the audio and the videos are looking good. And Melanie, no, I do not do timestamp for the free reading because free readings are a lot. I won't be able to do I won't be able to do timestamp for all of those. All free reading that I'm doing here is that towards the end of the reading, towards the end of the live, after I'm done with the donation, so you can actually come back later and see what that. Alright, so okay, audio is clear, video is clear as well. Let's start with the reading. We're going to start with Maybell. Is hold on a sec. Okay, you had a big fight last week and it left me on the phone. Okay, so let's see what will be happening between you and. Also, hi everyone. I haven't said hi too. Hope you're all doing well. Yeah, he will. He will definitely be coming back towards you here, Mabel. I'm not seeing this ending, but I would suggest for you here to give a little. I would suggest for you here to give a little bit more time because the energy that I've got coming in here from him is someone who does not want to do anything at this time. With this Four of Swords energy, this is someone who I think he's still definitely feeling hurt. Now, I'm not saying this to blame you or anything like that, but the energy that I've got coming out from him here is that someone who is hurt. So with this Four of Swords energy here is that he has decided, or like the decision that he has made for a time being here is that he wants to just sleep on it, not wanting to do anything. And then with this Seven of Pentacles energy that I've got with this Seven of Pentacles energy that I've got coming out from him, he's also the ego is coming up here and still a little bit of off balance. As you might notice, my voice will change a little bit. There is also a very strong blockage or unbalanced energy when it comes into the throat chakra. I would suggest you to give him a little bit more time. He is definitely going to be coming back here. The reason why I'm suggesting you to give a little bit more time, even if you try to approach him, or even if you try to contact him here, like either, I mean, like through any social media or through anything here, is that it just may trigger him again. Like he may say something, he just like may behave harshly towards you, like being rude and being harsh towards you. So it's better to give him a little bit more time, because during this time here, during the time that he's being in a hermit mode, during the time that this communication is not picking up between both of you, there is also a very strong healing energy happening here as well. Emotional healing coming up here quite strongly from him. So just give him a little bit more time. Yes, he's still hurt. Yes, the ego is coming up here. Yes, he's still feeling unbalanced, but all of those energy will definitely calm down. Yeah, I've also got the magician energy coming up here. Keep on praying, keep on manifesting. I've got coming up here. I've also, yeah, still in that conflict energy, I would say. I mean, like this is his energy at this time. So he's still in that conflict energy, or he's still kind of thinking about the fight, thinking about the conflict that both of you had with this tower and the five of wands. So his mind is still replaying that, I would say. Like he still keep on thinking about the fight, he still keep on thinking about how things went down. But and this is why I'm getting the off balance energy coming up from him, because he keeps thinking about the fight and the misunderstanding that happened between both of you, to a point where he's not really ready to take responsibility of his own action. So this is where the off balance energy comes in. But eventually I do get the wheel of fortune and the 10 of cups energy coming up. He will definitely be coming back. It's just that it may take a little bit some time, and I wouldn't suggest you to rush him, or to like pursue him here, because it's just going to make him even more unbalanced, which is when he's starting to become unbalanced here, the ego will take control of him. And like he would just like be saying things and acting weirdly. Let me pull a time. Alright, so let's see when he will be back. I've got the Ace of Swords energy coming up here. Yes, the communication is definitely going to be picking up. I'm guessing if not by next week, it may take around a month from now. Maximum, I would say here during the winter season, maximum. So it may take a little bit of a while, but he will be back. Um, let's see your next question. His current feelings. Yeah. So the overall message that I've got coming up from him to you here, I've got karmic situation. I've also got I love you coming up here. I'm sorry for hurting you. And then I've got I'm working on building our future. Self-love, work on inner self, forgive and let go, and then I've got explore your creative side. So the first message that he wants to tell you here about how he has been feeling about you, I've got I love you coming up here. Part of him also realizes that he has been hurting you. So like I said before, he has been replaying how things went down, about the fight, about the argument that both of you had. But can he take responsibility of himself, or can, I think the biggest problem with Jonathan here is that he's afraid on taking up the responsibility within himself. Like he's afraid to say, okay, I'm wrong. And like he knows that he has hurt you one way or the other, but to say that I was wrong, I did this or I did that, like he cannot do that. He cannot really accept it, the fault or the mistake that he had done. Again, this is coming back to the ego energy. Maybe he felt that if he had accepted his fault, or he has I mean, like he has accepted his fault or taken up the responsibility, it would make him feel weak. So he kind of like tend to, like putting up the defensive wall, kind of like, okay, it's your fault, like I did not do anything. Like he tends to be shifting up the blame to other people, in this case to you. But he knows that he has hurt you. I'm sorry for hurting you, coming up here. I've got the karmic situation. This is why the ego energy coming up here. This fight between both of you is part of the karmic situation or the karmic lesson, the triggers in general between both of you, but more specifically here for him. Because the reason why I've got this here, the reason why I've got the karmic situation here is that the abuse and abusive relationship. He's afraid of opening up himself up here because of certain type of abusive situation that he had gone through in the past. And this is why I feel like it may take a little bit some time for him to come back towards you, because I still get not now energy here, and trust in the divine timing. Trust in the divine energy coming up here. I'm not really getting a very strong I'm not really getting a very strong moving energy at this time because of this ego, the pain surrounding himself coming up quite strongly. But this does not mean that he would never come back to you. He would be, it's just that it may take a little bit some time here. And I've also got forgive and let go. So once he come back towards you here, he would definitely ask for forgiveness and ask you to let go about everything that had happened. Again, this is one of the negative things from him, I would say here. Like even after he comes back towards you here, like say a week from now or a month from now here, that he would never want to discuss whatever triggering both of you to have that fight in the first place. Like he would never discuss that, and he would just like ask you to let go of everything and then just like forget. And the reason why I'm saying this is a negative behavior from him here is that he would never learn from that. He would never understand, and then like at the end of the day, it would just keep on be repeating again here, and this is why it's not healthy for both of you. He definitely needs to work on himself here. Again, I've got a self-love energy coming up here. Ask for guidance and explore your creative side. This is what he wants you to do here, is that try to not, I can't say like don't stress yourself within the situation. You would definitely be thinking about it, but he would he just like needed some time here to regain everything within himself here, because after some time he would be coming back towards you here, regretting everything that he had done, regretting everything that he had said. Because you said here is that he texted you, he did not want to see you anymore. It's just like a part of him saying stuff because during that anger moment, during that heated moment here. But with this creative energy and the ask for guidance, says it's more of like his advice for you. What he wants you to do here is that focusing upon yourself, pray and ask for guidance. And the last thing that I've got coming in here for him is that I'm working on building our future. So with this, I'm working on building our future and the self-love energy. This is going hand in hand. He's working on himself, like individually within himself, like trying to rebuild himself from the ground zero. Like he needs to work on himself first here before things to pick up between both of you as well. So that's it for your reading. I hope it resonates. Thank you so much for your donation, and thank you so much for being patient. Let's see next. Amanda, I'm not sure if you're here, but I'm going to do your reading now. Let me just put a timestamp. Hi, Quattro. Okay, you're here. All right. So, Triple A's, you're there. should you continue to see? Alright, so you continue to see your person under different circumstances or separation. Okay, so I've checked on two different situations here. What will happen if you keep on continue to see your person, and what will happen if you go on separation? The only concern that I have here is that when you are seeing your person, I mean, like when you continue to see your person under this different circumstances, it may be making both of you here feeling stuck and feeling trapped emotionally, and may actually hindering up the healing progress between both of you here. So this is the major concern that I've got coming up here. I mean, like not only about the healing and the progress for your person, but also like for yourself here. So can you be sure that when you keep on continue seeing your person here, you won't get affected? You won't hindering your healing, your own personal progress here. Like that's the main thing that I've got coming in here with the star energy and the resource energy coming up here. I'm not sure if both of you ever had a sexual relationship before, but with this ace of wands energy coming up here, this is a very strong passion energy coming up here. So if you continue to see your person here, both of you will not be able to find the passionate energy between both of you, which may be leading up to one thing to the other here is what is also another thing that I've got. Yes, you are definitely going to be happy. Yes, the progress are definitely going to be good. I've got the sun energy coming up here, but right after that, I've also got the tower energy coming in here as well. So it's definitely going to be like a 50-50 energy, I would say here. Like sometimes both of you would actually be feeling really, really good. Some other times, yes, that things would just kind of like as if like a huge storm, I would say here. So both of you will kind of like 50-50 energy here. Like sometimes it's good, sometimes it's going to be like really, really bad. And the only thing that I would suggest is that if you want to continue seeing up your person during the different circumstances, is that first of all here, both of you have to have that boundaries, like a very strong boundaries with one another here, respecting the personal space with one another. And most importantly here is that this healing energy that I've got coming up for you, emotional healing energy, because if this is being affected here, then the tower movement will be unavoidable, will be cannot be avoided, I would say here with this tower energy. And when this tower movements happen, everything is just like it's just going to come and crumbling down again and restarting it from ground zero again. So both of you would almost be like running the same circle over and over again. So it can be moving in a positive way, but there is a very, very high possibility that things are moving in a bad way here. And this is why this is kind of like a fine line that you have to walk into this here, Amanda, and you have to be really, really careful. Because first of all here, for yourself, you may be feeling stuck, you may be feeling mentally and emotionally, more specifically here that emotionally here. And if there is like a sexual energy here, you won't be able to deny that, or you won't be able to, I mean, for sometimes you could, and then the energy will be really, really intense, I would say here. Even though I do get a sun energy, I'm just a little bit concerned about the tower and the healing, that it will be affecting both of you here. So what will happen if you choose to walk away until everything is until everything is resolved? So when you choose to do that, here is that you are honoring yourself with this Queen of Pentacles energy. You are giving up most of the time for yourself here as well, like because with this Queen of Pentacles energy coming up here, you will be coming up as someone who is mature and grounded within yourself. Like you are starting to become the Queen of Pentacles, which is just one more step to integrate yourself with your divine feminine energy. While on the other hand here, your person, they are definitely still I can't really say that they're going to be progressing really fast, but with this page of Pentacles, sorry, with this page of Wands energy coming up here, there are definitely going to be some progress, but a little bit of slow progress and slow moving energy. So patience will definitely be really, really needed if you choose to go on a separation. And then after that, here I've got the Ace of Pentacles and the Death energy, which is a very strong commitment, stability, and a very strong new beginning energy coming up here. Things between both of you are definitely going to be taking off here in the future. And like I said before, the lovers energy coming up here, which is a proper union, stability, commitment, and a very strong new beginning energy coming up here. So which way that you need to choose here is that if you want to keep on seeing your person here, self-control is coming up here really, really strongly. And yeah, self-control and be careful, I would say, here coming up. And if you choose to go on a separation, it won't be easy because you are progressing really well, and then on the other side here, your person may not be progressing that much. So slow process, patient coming up here quite strongly. But if you're looking at the long term future, or the long term, yeah, the long term outcome here is that staying away from them will actually be able to give you the commitment, the stability, and the new beginning between both of you. So at the end of the day, it's definitely going to be your choice, but this is what I'm getting here. So you can just like sleep on it, try to pray and try to meditate and see which way that you would like to choose. Amanda, thank you so much for your donation, and thank you so much for being patient as well. All right, let's see with Ruth. Hi Miranda. Yes, I'm getting better. I wasn't feeling well this past few weeks, and as you might have noticed, my voice is I'm still having a little bit of sore throat, so that's why I'm talking very, very slowly. But yeah, I'm getting much better, so hopefully I will be posting up back again by, if not by tomorrow, by next week. Thank you so much for asking, and I hope you're well. I hope you're doing good as well. Ruth, if you may ask, if you're still going to reconcile with your Sagittarius, things go in third party, but you won't manage. Let's say you and your Sagittarius ex. Okay, so first of all, here I do get a very strong yes for the reconciliation happening between both of you with the Six of Cups energy. There is also a very strong possibility of either marriage, or once the reconciliation happens, the relationship will be taking off into a further ground. So either after both of you reconcile here, either he's going to be proposing to you, or just like going straight up to marriage is what I'm getting here. I do not get a very strong third party situation, but I do get the energy of him being involved with toxic situation, or I can't say toxic situation, more like an unhealthy friends or unhealthy circle, I would say here with this Five of Wands energy, which is why I've also got the Tower energy coming up here. Whatever toxic situation or whatever unhealthy circle of friends or people surrounding him here is definitely going to be coming up to the end. I've got the Tower energy coming in here. I've also got the Hermit energy coming in here as well. So the at this point of time, with this Hermit energy that I've got coming up from your Sagittarius here, Ruth, yes, the communication will not be moving forward smoothly between both of you, because it's almost an ego energy, but it's almost like he just decided like, okay, I do not want to do this, I do not want to talk, I just like want to keep everything within myself. Again, with this hermit energy and the five of wands energy here, I feel like this is two are quite related because of this toxic circle or unhealthy circle surrounding himself. This could be another person that he might be seeing, or this could also be another like toxic friend, toxic family members. Basically, people around him are quite unhealthy, I would say, and giving him unhealthy choices, unhealthy mindset, for example, here. So it's almost like he does not want to do anything with you, and then he would be spending time with them. And then after some time, he would be get tired, and then he would be coming back towards you again. So it's almost like jumping around at this point of time is what I'm getting. And this is serving up as the main challenge that I've got here. He is definitely hurting you, Sagittarius. Here, he's definitely hurting deep down. I've got the Three of Swords energy coming up here. This is very strong of heartbreak and sadness. But again, even though that he's feeling sad, he's not doing anything to work through himself. He's not doing anything to heal from that. So it's almost like he's throwing himself into this cycle, into this circle of friends here, just to look out into for like temporary solution. That's one thing. The second thing here is that he could also be throwing up himself into work or career related situation here. So instead of actually sit down and heal and in like pay attention to this pain and to this trauma that he has within himself, here feeling a very strong heartbreak energy, he chose to just look out for temporary solution, like what are the things to make him not feel the sadness, what are the things to make him feel happy. So this could be like hanging out, alcohol, drinking, like all of those stuff. So that's the biggest challenge at this time within himself. And I've also got the Four of Pentacles energy coming up here, along with the Devil energy here. Even if you try to contact him, or even if you try to, let's just say here, like you visit him or you try to contact him, like just sit down and having a face-to-face conversation, the defense mechanism of from your ex here is a very, very high. So like I said before, he is doing this. Like this is either whether he realizes or not, like he's just avoiding you, or he's just like avoiding people in general, I would say here, because on his mind here is that there is a way of not feeling the pain. There is only one way of not feeling the sadness, either going out with his friends or going out with his people here, or just throwing himself into work. And this is like the proven method of him not feeling sad, not feeling the pain, not feeling the trigger within himself, and it's actually going in that direction. That is what makes him making things a little bit slow moving energy. But moving forward into the future here, yes, I do see a reconciliation happening between both of you. I've also got the sun energy coming up here, ultimate happiness and a very strong yes. It may take a while though. The time frame that I've got coming up is the number 4. This may happen as fast as 4 weeks to 4 months from now, or around the month of April. But this may also take around next year fall. So may take around next year September to October. Like it may take a little bit of while for the reconciliation to happen, but yes, it will. It will happen. Thank you, Ruth, for your donation. I appreciate that. Let's see who's next. Yvette, you can post your question, please. All right, let's see. Okay, manifesting love and Natasha, I got your booth. All right, if you see Anthony reaching out again, want you to work things out. We hang up on the low. It went well, but it started. So let's see what will be happening between you and eventually, yes, even, but at this time, I'm getting this very strong King of Wands energy coming up here. This is a this is ego, stubbornness energy. So, like what you said here, he's just like starting up again. I do get him wanting to work things out, but I got taking steps energy coming up here and planning an action. So he will be coming back towards you here in a little bit of slow process and slow moving energy, and you're being advised here to still stay optimistic about how things are moving of how things are currently going on between both of you here with this optimism energy and with this creative endeavor. Yes, there is definitely going to be another like restarting everything between both of you. Like he is coming back, and he will definitely be trying to open up a communication with you here. But just a heads up, when this communication happens, it may come up as like an on and off energy, I would say here. Like he would still be acting up a little bit. He would still be coming up in a place of ego a little bit, like one foot in and one foot out type of energy, I would say here. So even when the communication happens between both of you, just be a little bit more patient. Like just give him the space, I would say here. Let's see what else. The biggest challenge at this time here is that you are coming up as the Queen of Pentacles energy, and he's coming up as the Emperor energy. But the Emperor and the King of Wands combination here is that he feels that he's the one who is on the right side. Like stubbornness coming up here quite strongly. It's almost like he feels that he's the one who's actually always right and you are the one who's actually wrong. Like he is within that particular mindset here, Eva. So when you try to convince him otherwise, he's just going to explode. He's just going to acting up here, showing up tantrum here and there. This is also another reason why I've got the Seven of Wands energy coming up here, defensive energy coming up here quite strongly. Yes, he will be back towards you, but again, slow process, slow moving energy coming up here with this Knight of Pentacles and the taking steps here. So I would suggest you to be a little bit more patient because it may take a while. Just like a heads up here, it may take a while. I'm definitely going to be pulling up a time frame for you here, but just a heads up, it may take a while. And with this star energy and the hangman energy here is that he is still not really in touch within himself, or almost like ungrounded energy in general, I would say here, Yvette. So the biggest problem here is that his ego and his stubbornness. So he feels is that he's the one who's actually right, and he would always be right in everything. While on the other side here is that with you coming up as the Queen of Pentacles, here is that he feels that you don't know anything, or like you just kind of just like listen to him. Like that is his main energy. Like I'm the one's actually right. Like you have to listen to me. That ego coming up here quite strongly. I do understand you're definitely feeling defeated. I'm getting a very strong defeated energy coming up here. But yes, things are definitely going to be picking up. For some reason, I'm getting the Ten of Swords energy here again. He's feeling a little bit betrayed or backstabbed. Now, like I said before, it's kind of funny because he feels that you are the one to actually betrayed him, or you are the one to actually backstab him by not listening to him or by not honoring him. I mean, it's kind of weird, but this is how he feels. Let me pull the time frame. I've got the number 7 coming up here. May take around 7 days, 7 weeks. Maximum, I would say here late summer. It can be a little bit a while, but just like I said before, late summer coming up here. Hopefully, it won't take up until late summer. Hopefully, it will just like 7 days to 7 weeks from now or next month, December 7th. Hopefully, I would say here. But yeah, this is what is currently going on. going on with him here, Yvette. Thank you so much for your donation, and thank you so much for your patience as well. Michelle, let's see. How is he feeling, and is everything okay? Okay, this is quite interesting because your main question here, Michelle, is that is everything is going to be okay between both of you, and he directly answers that. I see my future with you. So yes, everything is definitely going well between both of you. Yes, both of you are definitely going to be okay. He still does see the future with you. He wants to have the future with you here, Michelle. That's the main energy that I've got coming up from him. I've also got you are my everything coming up here. I know I made a mistake, and I've also got childhood trauma coming in here. So about how does he feels about you, and like everything surrounding both of you here, things are actually looking up quite well. Both of you are definitely going to be okay. He still has a lot of feeling towards you here, Michelle. There is no doubt on that. But the biggest challenge I would say here, or this is the challenge that he is facing or he's feeling within himself here. First of all, there is definitely a little bit of childhood trauma or family issues surrounding himself, a little bit of trauma here and there. And the second thing here is that feeling guilty about how things went down between both of you, or how things of how he treated you, I would say here. So how, with how everything is actually turning out for him here, he's definitely feeling a little bit guilty. He's feeling guilty, I would say here. I can't even say a little. He's definitely feeling guilty because all of this time here he chose to ignore you, and it's almost like now he's kind of like getting everything back. Like he made a choice in the past, and that choice never leading him to the happiness, and now he's starting to realize that. So it's kind of like needing to, okay, like this was my choice. I need to live with it. Like I am regretting it, but I cannot do anything. So those kind of thoughts are definitely there on the back of his mind. But he does want to see, I mean, like he does want to be with you. He does see his future with you here. Let's see of the future. I've got the Six of Swords energy coming up here. I think you said that he is in a different, either in a different state or in a different country, line, right? Because with this Six of Swords energy coming up here, I'm getting a very strong moving energy, like not moving energy in terms of like energetically coming towards you or energetically moving towards you, but physically moving, like physically across a water energy coming up here quite strongly. So I think I think with him being in a distance, I feel like during the holiday season he would be coming back. There is a very strong possibility of both of you meeting up here as well, Michelle. And then once again here I've got the Ace of Wands energy. Yes, new beginning, everything will definitely be okay between both of you. Everything is actually looking good between both of you here as well. The only concerning thing here is that about not how he feels about you, but about how everything is surrounding himself. Yeah, this is more of the external circumstances surrounding himself here, Michelle, rather than, I mean, whenever he's not feeling good, it has nothing to do with you. I've got the Eight of Swords energy coming up here. I've also got the conflict energy coming in here. So he might have gotten a certain type of conflict with someone, which is making him feeling trapped, feeling mentally and emotionally trapped here. So this is like what is going on with him at this time, or what has been going on with him this past few days, or this past week, I would say here. But for both of you here, I've got a very strong victorious outcome coming up here. So both of you are definitely going to be okay. Both of you are definitely going to be well. here, Michelle. Thank you so much for your donation, and thank you so much for being patient. And I hope the reading resonates with you. Who's next? Mhm. Yes, it's done, Michelle. I'm going to send it to you right after this live reading. Thank you. LMB. Is DP planning to come to see you? If so, what is the intention of the trip? Alright, so is DP planning to see you? I would say here, yes, this person is definitely have some sort of like a plan to come and see you, and the intention of this is actually quite good because I've got the new beginning energy or the death energy coming up here. Time frame. I've got the temperance energy coming up here twice. If not by this end of the month, it may take around beginning of next month. So I would say here around end of the month of November to the month of December coming up. Yeah, maximum I would say here is that during the winter season or during the holiday season, I would say here. But by earliest, I don't think it will take any time longer than that. Like by the month of December, both of you would actually be able to meet. I mean, like a DP will be able to see you. Like that's the time frame that I've got here. And like I said before, the intention is actually quite good with this person. The new beginning energy coming up here quite strongly. So I feel like this is the time where they are going to be quite honest. I'm getting, I won't say vulnerable, but it's almost like they are going to be opening up themselves here, like maybe resolving anything that I mean, like resolving anything that left unresolved in the past, or just like opening up himself and being honest with you. Here is also another thing. The intention that I've got coming out from them here is that with this death energy, like, is to start something new, like to just like forget everything that had happened and restarting things. I would say here, taking up a leap of it is also another thing that I've got coming in here. I've also got a little bit of feeling stuck and stagnancy energy coming up here. So maybe once, I mean, like in the beginning, there's definitely going to be a little bit of either hesitation energy or kind of like feeling a little bit shy here and there, either coming up from your side or coming up from their side here. Because with this Nine of Wands energy coming up here, this is a very strong, almost like a wall, I would say here, defensive wall up, I would say here, LMB. So it's almost like they would be like there's definitely going to be a little bit of hesitation in general, I would say. Yes, a little bit of hesitation in general, and then after that, things are going to be flowing up really well. I would say yes, they are definitely planning to see you, if not by this month, around the month of December. And the intention they have is actually quite good. I don't see any negative intention. I like, it's almost like, okay, I want to start something new. I want to have a new beginning, like just like restarting new and then like restarting everything here. So whatever had happened in the past, just leave it in the past, and then moving forward from now on. Like that kind of energy is what I'm getting coming up here. And with this full energy that I've got coming in here, this is definitely going to be a new journey for both of you here. So I would say just like go ahead and see how things, just like go ahead and see how things moving forward, I would say here, LMB. So yeah, that's it for your reading. Thank you so much for your donation, and thank you so much for being patient as well. Okay, Ritz, I got you as well. Yeah, that could be as well. Like you don't have anything to fear. There might be a little bit of feeling guarded in the beginning, but after that, things are just going to be flowing up naturally. And I would really suggest you to give it a shot because I don't see anything negative. I don't see anything concerning coming up here, which is actually going to be turning out really well for both of you here. Let's see, Angel. Okay, Angel, this is your reading. I'm just going to put a timestamp in case you're not here. You and Travis. The first thing that I've got coming up here, Angel, is that the communication between both of you definitely needs to be improving a lot. I've got the status quo energy coming up here, and I've also got the loving women energy coming up here. So between both of your, between both of your energy in this relationship, it's almost like your energy is coming up quite strongly rather than his energy. So it could mean that when it comes into the communication, you are more on expressing yourself, while on the other side here Travis may be hesitant on speaking out. So the communication is definitely unbalanced in a way, I would say, here between both of you. So try to focus on that. I've also got the dark thoughts energy coming up here as the overall energy. Fear, negative thought, anxiety, frustration, like all of those stuff could definitely be there. I've also got family, friends, and guides energy coming up here. This is more of like the guardian energy, or like the spirit guards energy that I'm getting coming up for you. I feel like this is specifically coming up from your side here, Angel. Like I'm not sure if you have told me this before, so I'm so sorry if I'm asking it again. Did you lose anyone like close to you, like a family member, friends? Because I feel like this guidance energy that I've got coming up is more of like a spirit guides from your side, from your family member. Could also be someone that you know from your past life. So overall energy that I've got coming in here between both of you, I do get communication definitely needs to be improved. Paying attention to the communication, I would say here, and a little bit of conflict here and there is also another thing that I've got. Feeling conflicted, either inner conflict within oneself or just like having unnecessary misunderstanding, unnecessary argument between both of you could also be there. Overall energy that I've got coming in here is that healing, like so emotional healing and transformation definitely needs to be taking place. I do feel like a little bit of off balance energy when it comes into the relationship. It's like almost your energy is higher than him. So this may causing him to feel like left behind. This may cause him to feel like you are overpowering him, like something like that might happen to trigger him and to just like making him feeling conflicted within himself. But at the same time, he said I do feel like he's also struggling on expressing himself, on opening up himself here. So I can't really put a blame onto you, but at the same time here is that he's also not picking up his energy, like he's also not picking up his space, his energy here. So that is the biggest concern that I'm getting coming up here between both of you. This is why I've got the healing energy here. So when it's both of you opening up yourself to healing, especially him here, things definitely going to be progressing. Once again here I've got the page of swords energy coming up here. The communication, I think the communication is coming up from him here. Like he cannot really express himself. Like on and off communication, does not know how to express himself. One foot in and one foot out type of energy. I'm also getting a very strong traveling energy coming up here, Angel. If you are planning on traveling, if both of you have a plan on traveling, I would say go ahead and do that. Because with this Three of Wands energy coming up here, I think a break, a little bit of break for both of you here is something that both of you really needed. So just like go ahead and have fun, like 1 day or 2 days, like don't do anything, going out for like for a walk, or going out for a restaurant. Like if you can afford on a travel, or if you can afford like a holiday by the weekend, you can just like go on, take a road trip, for example. That's definitely going to be helpful, and that's definitely going to be like re-energizing for both of you here. Let's see the future. I've got the Ace of Cups here, and I've also got the Nine of Cups energy coming up here. Both of you do have a very strong emotional feeling with one another. Both of you actually feeling complete and feeling happy, I would say here. Like the love and the feelings are definitely there. There are definitely certain things that both of you can fix, and moving forward, the simple triggers, the simple challenges between both of you here. But looking into the energy overall here, I do see a very strong happiness, like happy, like happy family energy coming in here between both of you, because both of you do love one another here. Let's see a time frame. I've got the number 2 coming up here. 2 weeks, 2 months, or the month of February to March can be coming up quite significant for you as well, Angel. Thank you so much for your donation, and thank you so much for. Oh, his mother. That it could be him. Yeah, I think you mentioned that. I completely forgotten about that. That could be him then. The mother energy coming up here. Yeah, he's just. I think. Yeah, just try to take a break. I mean, like not take a break between one another, but take a break together. Like going out, do some stuff together. Like even if it's just like 1 day or 2 days. I think it would definitely be helpful here. He feels it's almost like he wants to. How do I can't even express like the vision that I've got coming up from him here is that he's someone who wants to get out there, wants to express himself, but he's just rather withholding everything within himself. It's almost like he is going into a hermit mode, I would say here. So yeah, healing is definitely going to be there. At this time, your energy is coming up quite strongly here, Angel. So you can actually like try to help him. I would suggest go out for a trip would definitely be helpful for him as well and for both of you. Thank you so much for your donation, and thank you so much for being patient as well. Next is Nate. Let's see your question. Okay, Nate, what should you know about the current and the future energy? Okay, so the current energy that I've got coming in here is that for them, W here is that I do get the Three of Swords energy and the Five of Wands energy here with the center energy, the death or the new beginning. So they are starting to opening up themselves here, like starting to understand or starting to see them where is the pain or where is the hurt that they have within themselves. There is a very strong inner conflict energy here, so it's almost like an inner fighting within themselves here, and it is what I'm getting. So they're fighting within themselves, like trying to find out what are the things that they need to heal, what are the things that they need to let go of here. In general, at this time here is that they are working on healing themselves, or they're working on re-establishing or maintaining the emotional stability within themselves with this King of Cups energy, like trying to in a way, like they are trying to meditate more, they're trying to ground themselves more. I can't really say that they are really open up themselves to spirituality or to healing, but at least already in the midway, I would say here. So I would say here they are meditating a little bit more, like they are, yeah, they're practicing meditation or like a breathing technique, I would say here, like how to maintain themselves, how to maintain the emotional instability within themselves here. Another thing that I've got coming in here is that with this King of Swords energy here, this is the energy of wanting to communicate or planning up to communicate. So the communication may happen anytime soon, or I would say here before the end of this year, because the more that they are trying to stabilize themselves mentally and emotionally here, they're also like opening up themselves here to communicate with you, or like to just opening up the line of communication between both of you here, which is then going to be leading up to this reconciliation energy or the reunion energy between both of you. So this is what is currently going on with them. I've also got the Two of Pentacles energy coming up here. Still, there are still definitely some, I won't say struggle, more of them like trying to balancing up themselves. So at one side here is that they are trying to heal themselves. They're trying to opening up themselves, opening up their heart here, healing this heartbreak, healing this pain, healing this hurtful energy that they have within themselves, healing this inner conflict that they have within themselves here to be emotionally stable. And on the other hand here is that they're trying to like maintaining like all of these things, like they are trying to maintain within themselves. They can sometimes get a little bit of overwhelming energy. I do get like sometimes they can be a little bit with this Five of Swords energy here, like being overly critical within themselves, I would say here, Nate. Like it's almost like, okay, I'm not progressing, I'm not good enough, I'm not this, I'm not that. Like all of those thoughts coming up here quite strongly. The future energy between both of you here, I've got the strength energy coming up here, where both of you, I mean, like this particular connection is definitely going to be moving forward, taking up into like a stronger, like this connection will definitely be, even though this connection are moving forward a little bit slow, but it's moving, but it's actually getting stronger day by day. And then I've also got the Lovers energy coming up here. So after this, after them coming back towards you here, opening up the line of communication, the reconciliation and the union coming up here, which is also being confirmed by the Lovers energy that I've got here. So that's what I've got. Let's see anything else. Yeah, of course, stability and commitment coming up here. Now, another thing here is that at this time, both of your energy are coming up from a masculine energy. This is what's serving up as another challenge between both of you. Both of you coming up from a masculine energy is almost like a head clash between both of you, even though there is not necessarily have to be an argument, but you are coming up from a masculine energy, they are coming up from a masculine energy. It's just kind of like fighting with one another. But later on in the future here is that I've got the Queen of Swords energy coming up here. Then both of you are finally going to be like, one person is still on the masculine energy, the heal masculine energy, which is your energy, I feel, and then they're going to be coming up from the heal feminine energy here. This is where both of you can actually have this is where both of you can, like have that understanding with one another. Both of you coming up from the same ground, is what I'm getting here. And then I've also got stability energy coming in here as well for the future. So this is what is going to be happening for both of you into the future, the current and the future energy. I hope it resonates, Nate. Thank you so much for your donation, and thank you so much for being patient as well. I truly appreciate it. Mm-mm. Okay, let's see Quattro. I'm not sure if you're here, Quattro, but I'm just going to put the timestamp. You're welcome, Nate. Okay, you're here. Okay, great. So this is your reading. Let's start with the first question. Did you do everything correctly in your life? So the direct answer that I've got for your question here, Quattro, is that 100% yes. You have actually grown quite a lot within yourself, and so far everything that you have been doing here to where you are standing up. I mean, like where you are standing up at this point here is where you exactly meant to be. The biggest challenge that I've got coming in for you here is that with this fragmented energy, and I've also got the deserving energy coming up for you here as well. It's almost like you are questioning yourself quite a lot, which is can be understandable, but the challenge here is that you do not think that you deserve anything good. You do not think you deserve anything positive. Like one way, I mean, like at one time here you actually want to manifest everything, but and then after some time here you feel defeated. After some time here you're starting to question yourself, okay, why I haven't gotten any of my manifestation yet? Do I actually deserve it? Am I actually good enough? And this is where, like this is then your thought spiraling down to negative thought, in like starting to think, okay, I'm not good enough, I don't deserve this. Like all of those negative thoughts starting to come up here. I've also got the Nine of Wands energy coming in here as well. You are at one time, I would say here, that you are ready to just open up yourself to new journey and new opportunities, I would say here, but there is still a very strong fear coming in within yourself here, Quattro. Like this Nine of Wands energy coming in here is that you are being really, really cautious about every step that you are taking, but that cautious energy here can also be a little bit of blockage for you here, like you're being too overly cautious, you're being too careful, I would say here. And because of that too careful energy here is that sometimes you are blocking up any new opportunities that you want to take, because you feel like, okay, this is not the right time, or I cannot do that, I'm not supposed to be doing that. Can I actually compete with all of those other people? Like you are kind of like questioning yourself in that way. That thought and that particular mindset is what you need to let go of, is what you need to heal from here. There is unbalanced energy. I mean, the only unbalanced energy that I've got coming in from yourself here is that, and at one point your intuition is trying to tell you certain things here with your higher self energy that I've got coming in here. But again, you are tend to be questioning yourself, you tend to be questioning your intuition, like what you're supposed to be doing, because of the fear can be a little bit of overwhelming at times. Another thing that I've got coming in here is that with this Three of Swords energy here, the pain, the hurt, you are afraid of taking up chances. This is also another reason why you are being a little bit too careful, I would say here. That you're afraid of getting hurt again, you're afraid of feeling the pain again in general, I would say here. And then I've also got the transformation and the commitment coming up here for you, Quattro. So yes, you are already on the right direction. You are already on the right path right now here. Just open up. You are already in this path of transformation and healing at this time. So just open up yourself a little bit more here. With this commitment energy that I've got coming in for you here, this is another confirmation that everything is just going to start falling into places soon, actually. Let me pull up the future energy. In the past, I've got the karma and the tower energy coming up here. You are actually already breaking down. You are actually already healing, and yeah, like moving forward, healing from your karmic situation, healing from your karmic lessons in your life. So there is nothing to worry about that anymore. So Right, so moving forward here into the future, I've got the King of Swords energy coming up for you. Here, you are definitely going to be, I mean, like at this time here, you are slowly progressing to a point where with this King of Swords energy coming up here, this is talking about you are definitely going to be up there, be it in terms of your finances, be it in terms of your career, like everything in your life here is that you're going to look back here and see the transformation that energy coming up here. This is more like an advice for you, I would say here, Quattro. Like, try to not rush into anything. Like, try to not rush into anything. With this Three of Pentacles energy coming up here, is that you just like restarting to build the foundation of your life. Like, you've been building up the foundation of your life here. Like, you are really, really close on your goal. You're really close on everything to fall into places here in your life, is what I'm getting. Justice, like I said before, you have done, like, there is no more a karmic situation or karmic uh, yeah, there is no more karmic situation or karmic unbalances in your life here. Like, everything is actually already been done, and you're definitely going to be getting up the justice of that. That's the energy for you. So overall here is that yes, you are actually already on the right direction. Like, you don't have to worry about anything that you had done or did in the past. Like, everything of your past karma has actually been settled out here, so you don't have to worry on that. Let's see your second question. Why do you concentrate? So first of all here, Quattro, I've got the devil energy coming up here. So with people looking down on you, or like putting you down here, has nothing to do with you. This is the that would just be the representation of themselves, because with this devil energy here, this is exactly what the other people are. The ego coming up here, definitely like a toxic energy, a negative person. So those who had been looking down on you, or who had been criticizing on you a lot here, is those with negative energy, with a toxic energy surrounding themselves here. I think this is also the reason why I keep getting to you. I think I've already told you this as well in the past readings, that you need to set up necessary boundaries within yourself, especially in your work situation. I feel here, Quattro, like for some reason I feel like people tend to feel like you are not good enough, or like you are just like not there yet. For some reason I keep getting that. And the main reason for that here is that they themselves feeling jealous, they themselves feeling triggered by you, I would say here. I've also got the Page of Swords energy coming up here, and the Hangman. Do not let whatever that they are saying, whatever they are thinking about you here, make you feel like you are the one who actually has the problem, or you are the one who's actually not good enough. Because with this Hangman energy coming up here, at least once in a while, it would definitely be affecting you here. It's definitely quite normal to feel frustrated about how people treated you, and how people are not respecting you and keep on looking down on you here. But at the end of the day here, if you keep on feeding up into them, it's just going to be draining up for you here. I've also got the Page of Swords energy coming up here for you. At this time, you are learning. I keep getting a very strong learning energy. Learning energy. All right, let me see. Second question is about reflecting on why I got bullied. Yeah, the reason why you got bullied so much here is that because they themselves, yeah, like you are triggering their own insecurities within themselves, if I could say here, Quattro. Triggering their own insecurities, like making them feeling jealous, making them feeling threatened by you. Like, you don't have to do anything here, like you just being there, some people would just get triggered with that. And yeah, as silly as it might sound here, people can be a little bit insecure that much, Quattro here. And like I said before, with this Page of Swords energy for you here, you are learning, and you are keep on growing here, and that can be a huge that can be like a huge threatening energy for other people. So they would like to put you down. They would like to put you down here, so you won't do anything. So you won't, like, with you taking up a risk here, is that there is a way that you're going to win. And the way that they're seeing here is that if you take the risk, if you challenge something here, is that you're going to win. They have never had the courage to do that. So they do not want to see you succeeding in that. They do not want to see you doing things that they have never tried before, that they have never had the courage on doing that before here. So this is all the reflection of them, rather than the reflection of you here. Because you, as the magician energy coming up, is that you have the power on creating the manifestation power coming up here with this magician energy. Like, there is a magic in you here. I mean, as cliche as this may sound, like, whatever you want to do, whatever step that you're going to be taking up here, said is definitely going to be leading up do you get what you want? Do you create the new opportunity? Do you creating a new path here? Like you have that very strong manifestation power within yourself, which none of them, like those people who have been criticizing you, those people who have been putting you down here, they did not have that at all. So they are getting triggered with that. It's like that is the main reason I'm getting here. Quattro. Let's see. I've got miracles coming up for you. Now, this is the guidance energy for you here. I've got miracles and then I've got flow coming in here for you. Find an easier path forward. Surrender to the outcome. Release your expectation. I've also got miracles coming up for you here as well. Have faith that your miracle is on its way. Your prayers have been answered. Surrender to the boss. So do not let whatever they say. I mean, I definitely understand like being bullied is definitely not the easiest. It's definitely not the right way anytime here. But you are, like I said before, you have this very strong manifestation power within yourself, and you can actually get everything that you want. I would say like the miracles are definitely coming up in your way, and moving with the flow. Just go ahead and do, and just focus on what you want to create. Focus on what you want to create in general, and just moving forward with the flow, because I've also got dance energy coming up here. Keep on dancing. Don't bother about what other people are saying, or what kind of like criticizing, what kind of like criticism that you may get here. Like keep on dancing and moving with the flow is what I'm getting coming up here. Quattro, yeah, there is definitely nothing wrong with you here. The more people are criticizing you, the more people are looking down on you here, this is a huge confirmation that you are already on the right track, because you want to do something, you want to create something that none of them ever had the courage on doing that. So that's like a use that as a fuel, I would say here, Quattro. Thank you so much for your donation, and thank you so much for being patient. Really? That's great. Thank you, Quattro. I appreciate that. Say hi to your coworker. All right, let's see. Manifesting love. Where is the connection headed between Michael and you, and what he wants to say to you? Let's see what he wants to say to you. Okay, so about what they want to tell you, Michael here. Let's see. So I've got forgive and let go coming up here. I've also got I'm sorry for hurting you. I've also got patience and strength, release your past, learn from it, and I see my future with you. It's quite interesting because I've got I see my future with you here, which is also talking about this person does sees you or does want to be with you or want to have you in the future in general. I would say here, manifesting love. The next thing that I've got coming in here is that with I'm sorry for hurting you and forgive and let go coming up here. There is a little bit of guilty energy, I would say, coming up from them, like, and they want you to be able to forgive them and to release whatever had happened between both of you in the past. Part of them here are also still healing. Part of them here are also still working on getting the better version of themselves, I would say here. I do get there is a possibility of a third party situation. This third party situation does not necessarily have to be another person. This could be just like a toxic friend, toxic family members, but a certain type of karmic situation is what currently withholding them or what's currently making them feeling stuck and feeling a little bit of stagnancy energy that I've got coming in here, manifesting love. Like, there are definitely some challenges on their side, on Michael's side here, involving with a certain of a karmic situation or third party situation. This is also another reason why I've got a very strong patient energy coming up here, patient and strength. They want you to be a little bit more patient while they are working on things, while they are healing on things that is currently going on surrounding themselves here. I've also asked and looked for, sorry, I've also got ask and look for signs, and I've also got trust in the divine timing energy coming up here. So this is what they want to tell you, this is what they want you to know here, is that to be patient and trusting up into the divine timing here. Now, moving forward into the future energy here, what will be happening or where is the direction between you and Michael here? I've got the Eight of Swords and then I've also got the Eight of Cups energy here. There are definitely a certain type of situation where they are feeling mentally and emotionally feeling a little bit stuck or feeling a little bit of stagnant, I would say here. This could also be the karmic situation or the third party situation. Like I said before, it is not necessarily have to be another person, just like within themselves, mentally they are not feeling good, emotionally they are not feeling good, they are feeling stuck, they're feeling stagnant a little bit, and they have to and they need to walk away from that, which they are definitely going to be in the future, like walking away and releasing the mental and emotional stagnancy or blockage that they are feeling within themselves. There is also a very strong fear energy coming up from this person with this Five of Pentacles energy, more of like fear of failure, fear of losing everything, fear of like, how do I say, like fear of being left out alone in the cold, fear of like they won't be able to have anything. So they also like trying to, it's almost like they are wanting to prove themselves to be the masculine that they're supposed to be here, but in doing so they're actually sacrificing their own mental and emotional health. So it's almost like they are running in a certain direction here, like wanting to feel good, wanting to feel better within themselves, like running away from the fear. But by doing so here they're just feeling a little bit more stuck. By doing so they're just like feeling stuck and stagnancy coming up here. In the future here, I've got the King of Pentacles energy coming up here. There are definitely going to be a lot of healing and transformation happening from themselves. With this King of Pentacles energy coming up here, I do see them getting more grounded and more stable within themselves. If there is a distance between both of you here with this Three of Swords energy, this is basically closing up the distance, either physical or emotional distance between both of you. Like he's finally going to be taking up the charge, I would say, because at this time the energy that I've got coming in here is that your energy coming up as the Empress energy, so you are definitely coming up as a higher level than him. It's almost like he has to do some work to catch up with your energy, like he has to be doing up the work, and he will be the one to approach you, or he will be the one to initiate things, I would say here. There is a little bit of overwhelming energy coming up here, but moving forward into the far future energy here, I've got the Fool energy coming up here, which is taking up a leap of faith, taking up a new journey between both of you, which is going to be full of stability and commitment coming up here. So this is how things are moving forward. with both of you. A little bit of patience coming up here, and because with this Ten of Swords and the Death energy that I've got coming in here, before a new beginning to happen between both of you, there are definitely going to be a little bit of struggle here, and they're at least feeling a little bit of overwhelming energy, I would say here, manifesting love. Yes, so that's it for your reading. Thank you so much for your donation, and thank you so much for being patient. Hope this reading resonates with you. Let's see who is next. Natasha. Let me scroll back up. Natasha, Natasha. What you can expect in regards to love. Just to confirm, Natasha, are you looking, I mean, like, are you single, or like, do you want me to focus on new connection only, or do you have any past connection that you want me to check as well? You're welcome. Natasha, you're welcome, manifesting love. Natasha, I'm not sure if you're here, so I'm just going to check on what can you expect coming in into your love situation. Okay, first of all, here, Natasha, I've got the Seven of Swords energy coming up for you here. This is more like an advice for you I've got coming up here to be careful. With this Seven of Swords energy coming up here is that there might be people who would try to manipulate you, or like just taking up an advantage of you, I would say here. I do get a player energy, I would say here, and this is going to be someone new rather than someone that you have already known. So you might be like meeting someone here, and they would kind of like being so nice to you, or being like so friendly to you here, but I do not see they want to have any type of commitment anytime soon. So try to be careful of that here. You will be attracting people who more like a player, or like more like an on and off energy, or almost like a one night stand energy coming up here, which is why I've also got the Five of Wands energy coming up here. A little bit of feeling conflicted within yourself, or some kind of like an inner conflict or unnecessary misunderstanding may be happening. Now, moving forward here is that I've got the Four of Wands energy coming in here. This is a very strong union energy and marriage energy coming up here, which is why I've also got the Chariot energy coming in here as well. With these two energy that I've got coming in here, the Four of Wands and the Chariot energy coming up here, the next stage of your love situation here is that either marriage or union coming up here. With this Chariot energy that I've got here, this is more like a very fast moving energy, and could also be a very strong new energy coming in here as well. Overall, I'm getting coming up for you here with this Three of Pentacles here, like you will be opening up yourself here to new and supportive to new connection, I would say here. Like you will be meeting up people, you will be just like putting yourself out there, meeting up people, hanging out with one another. Like be open on that is also another thing that I've got here. Let's see what else. I'm getting a very strong water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, or someone with a very strong water energy coming up here into your life, someone with a very strong water sign. This is also referring to someone emotionally. Emotionally, they are also quite stable within themselves, someone who is mentally and emotionally stable. Overall energy that I'm getting coming up for your love situation here, Natasha, is that things are definitely going to be taking off for you. So to summarize this here, I'm getting a very strong water sign coming in into your life, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. There is also going to be a completely new person coming in here into your life, or that you will be meeting up sometime soon. But this person does not want to have any commitment, does not want to have any type of relationship. So be careful of that, because with this Seven of Swords energy here. And moving forward here is that I'm getting a very strong marriage, union, and things are definitely going to be taking off in your love life here, Natasha. Let me pull a time frame for that. I'm getting a very strong union and marriage celebration in general, I would say here. I've got the number 9 coming up here. 9 weeks, 9 months, or late spring energy next year can be coming up quite significant for you as well. So that's it for your reading. Thank you so much for your donation, and thank you so much for being patient as well. Um, Rich, you can post your question, please, or did you let me just scroll up? Hi, Emily. Hi, BNK. Uh, okay, Rich. Okay, I've got your question, Rich. No worries. When will you be in a relationship? Anything for you? You've been single for a while. Let's see. Okay, as of now here, I've got the number 4 as to the time frame when you will be in a relationship. This can happen anytime from, I would say 4 weeks, but 4 weeks seems to be too soon. So I would say here around 4 months from now, or around beginning of fall next year. Beginning of fall would usually be around the month of September to October. So anytime from now, sorry, and anytime from 4 months from now until the month of no, sorry, until the month of September to October next year. Yes, it may take a little bit of while I'm getting here, but the first thing that I've got coming in for you here is that as the Queen of Wands energy and the Empress energy that I've got coming in here for you, you don't have to feel bad, or you don't have to feel like there is something wrong with you, because the energy that you're projecting, as well as the overall from your side here, is that with this Queen of Wands energy, like people are seeing you as someone who's actually gorgeous, someone who's actually really beautiful. So physical attraction will definitely be there. You don't have to feel like you are not good enough. You don't have to feel that you are not physically attractive to anyone, because you are really, really attractive to people here. So please do not feel insecure with that. I do also get a very strong pregnancy energy coming up here for you, but this is definitely going to be a far future energy rather than in the near future energy. But just be careful, just a heads up for you here. I'm also getting a very strong new beginning energy coming up for you here. So this person is definitely going to be someone new. Like it's not going to be a reconciliation. It's not someone from your past. Like completely a different, completely a new person coming up here. And with this Nine of Cups energy that I've got coming in here for you, this is a very strong energy that this person is going to be exactly as per what you have envisioned him, as per what you desiring here. Because the Nine of Cups energy that I've got coming in for you here is that someone who is just like as per, just like your dream, I would say, like your dream person. I'm getting a very strong watcher sign, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, or someone with a very strong watcher energy that I've got coming up here. Let's see. So this person may have a very strong watcher sign in their chart. I've also got the Wheel of Fortune energy coming in here. Like it's definitely going to be happening. I just don't think it's going to be happening by this year. 4 months from now. So beginning of next year is coming up here quite strongly. Let's see how you will be meeting them. So on how you will be meeting them, here said there is a possibility that you will be introduced through a third party situation or by a third party situation. So it could be like a friends or family members that could be introducing you here. I'm getting a very strong feeling anxious energy coming up here. If this is not your energy, this could be the future person energy. Here is that they might have gone through a certain type of betrayal, or they might have gone through a certain type of like a painful heartbreak in the past. So if this is not your energy, this is going to be your person energy. Just a heads up here. So when if they I mean, like once both of you meet with one another here, if they feel or if they are coming up as a little bit of hesitancy energy here, that's the reason, because a little bit of a betrayal or heartbreak had happened to them in the past, and they're still kind of like healing from that. This person is going to be a hardworking person, someone who's too much focusing on their work. I would say here again, they're focusing on their work because they're trying to heal, because they are trying to not feel the pain here. There is a possibility of an age gap between both of you here as well, but I'm getting a very, very strong water sign here is Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. So I'm getting like a very, very strong water energy coming up here for you. Thank you so much for your donation, and thank you so much for being patient. I hope this reading resonates. The only concern that I have here for you is that the pregnancy energy, so please be careful if you do not want to get pregnant, like just in case something happens. And a little bit of patience with this new guy, because he had gone through a certain, either you have gone through or he had gone through, so patience is definitely going to be there. Healing yourself. Yes, it's a completely new person. I don't see a reconciliation here. I mean, there might be a reconciliation, but the future energy that I'm getting for you is that a new person is with a new person is where I'm getting that you will be moving forward with. Yes, he will be a bit older than you, like not really older, like not really like 10 or like it's not like a 5 or 10 years older, just like a couple of years older. All right, thank you so much for your donation. Charlene, yes, I'll do your reading. I'm just doing the donation first. So the donation will take priority. And then after that, I'm going to do the free reading. So please kindly be patient. Okay, so Asia, this is your reading. Let's see what's the timestamp. For Asia, what is coming up for you this week? You may be feeling a bit of anxious, anxiety coming up here, either anxiety or just like trouble sleeping a little bit. This could be the full moon energy here. So it may, I mean, you may feel this intensely either today or this whole weekend, and it may continue until beginning of next week. Today and tomorrow, some of you may feel quite intense energy because I think it's partial moon eclipse as well, if I'm not mistaken. I keep forgetting that. So today's full moon energy and tomorrow. So today, tomorrow, and this weekend, you may be feeling like a lot of intense energy, just feeling anxious, trouble sleeping. Some of you will have really trouble in sleeping, waking up in odd hours. So just a heads up for all of you here. And you are definitely going to be affecting about that a little bit here, Asia. Try to ground yourself a little bit more here. At least this next few days here, try to ground yourself as much as you can. I'm also getting here is that speaking up. So you may be finding up yourself here where either you are being cornered or like people, I can't say being accused, it's just like people might be talking behind your back, or you may be getting up some type of like a situation where you have to be standing up on yourself, speaking up energy coming up here quite strongly. So that's what that's one thing that you have to be focusing on here. Overall energy that I've got coming up for you here is this new beginning energy coming up for you here. So there is definitely going to be a lot of new beginning happening for you. I can't say for this weekend. So like starting up from next week, you're going to see like a lot of things happening here, including of either meeting up a new person, because I'm getting a very strong emperor energy coming up here, either meeting up a new person or someone with a very strong fire sign, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, could be a little bit older than you also, is what I'm getting here. So this is the new energy when it comes into, this is the energy when it comes into love. Someone with a very strong fire sign, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, or someone a little bit older than you, I would say here, Asia. But the most important thing here is that try to ground yourself as much as you can. If you have some kind of like a trouble sleeping, like try to not overthink about it too much. It's just like the energy, like there is nothing wrong with you at all. I've got the strength energy coming up here. The week will definitely be going up quite positive for you. Listen to your intuition. Trust your intuition is also another thing that I've got. Rely on your intuition, like that's the main thing here. Like whenever you feel things are not, whenever you feel this is not the right thing here, just trust your intuition. Don't go ahead with that. You may find yourself here overthinking a lot, or you may be finding up yourself here like worrying, overthinking, and over worrying energy coming up here quite strongly. So just be careful of that as well. Again, overall energy I would say for you here is that ground yourself. Try as much as you can here to ground yourself. Do not overthink a lot. Grounding yourself coming up. Let's see what else. And throat chakra, I keep forgetting that. Focus on your throat chakra. Ground yourself and focus on your throat chakra. I've got freedom coming in here for you. Live wild and free. Choose your freedom. Claim your independence. I've also got intuition. Like I said before, this is a huge confirmation here. I've got intuition coming up here. Listen to the whispers of your heart. Use divination tool to help you decide. Trust your intuition no matter what. I'm not sure if you have a tarot deck. I think you did, right? If I'm not mistaken. So you can just like pull up a card or two every day for this past. I mean, like for this weekend, and see what you need to be focusing on. But most importantly, here is that your intuition. And with this freedom energy that I've got coming in here is that I think you're going to be either meeting up new people or just like spending some more time outside. So you also need to be careful of picking up or just like mirroring other people's energy as well. Overall message that I've got for you here is healer. You have powerful healing gift. Have faith in your ability. Stay true to your path as a healer. So with your healing gift is also being intensified. You may be getting more sensitive with other people energy. Again, this is why you may be getting a little bit of anxious, frustration, and just like trouble sleeping coming up here. Focus on that. There might be people who would just like be using you and then just suddenly disappear. Like people from the past may try to come back here, like some friends that you haven't talked to in a while, and they may try to say hi, something like that here. Pay attention to that as well. Like, try to not get used. Like, that's the main message that I'm getting here. Pay attention to your intuition. Like, this is the most important thing here. Asia. Thank you so much for your donation, and thank you so much for being patient as well. Yes, Star, I do. Hey, Amani, I think I owe you a reading, right? I couldn't come online during your birthday. I even forgot when was your birthday. I'm so sorry. So just post your question after this. I'm going to do yours. And belated happy birthday, Amani. And yes, Star, I'm still taking donation. Okay, Asia. Got it. Okay, Jacob, this is your reading. I'm not sure if you're here, so I'm going to be posting up. Hi, Chrislyn. Yes, I'll do the free reading after I'm done with the donation. So you just post your question. I'll do the free reading from whoever posted first. So I'm going to go from the list. Okay, so let's see. Well, I see the future between both of you here. Yeah, I got it, Jay. Okay, hold on. Let me just put down the. Yes, Dennis got you. Okay, Jay, let's see your question. So you asked for the reconciliation to happen between both of you here, Jay. I'm getting a very strong yes coming up here. I don't see anything changes from the reconciliation. Still, I've got a very strong yes. And I think I've already told you this as well before, that both of you do have a very strong soul connection here with this Two of Cups energy. At this time, I've got the Four of Swords energy coming up here with the Three of Pentacles. This is basically her energy at this time, not really wanting to do anything at this point of time here, just kind of like taking her time, just like being, I would say here, being lazy, but more like just like taking her time on. So this is what's serving up as the delay, or this is may causing up the delay when it comes into the reconciliation. But the reconciliation energy that I've got coming up for you here is that yes, the reconciliation will definitely happen. I've also got the High Priest energy coming up here. This is also talking about the relationship to be taken up into a further ground, such as proposal and marriage energy coming up here. I've also got planning and action energy coming up here. It may take a little bit a while because I do not see any type of movement from her at this time. Like, a little bit of selfish energy coming up here as well. Selfish and just like not wanting, either selfish or just being lazy and like not wanting to do anything and just like keeping everything within herself for now. This is what's serving up as the delay for the reconciliation. Time frame, please. For the time frame here, I've got the number 6 coming up here for the reconciliation to happen between both of you. This may take 6 weeks to 6 months from now, could also be the month of June next year. I'm also getting a very strong late winter energy, so may also happen around late winter, which is going to be around beginning of next year. Again, the reason why it's being a little bit slow here is that from her side, I don't see any type of movement. It's just like she was just kind of like sitting there, not doing anything here. And I feel like the reason for that, because with this Three of Pentacles and the Four of Swords energy here, this might be due to some external circumstances surrounding her life. So like people who people who are negative, or people who just kind of like feeding her with negativity, like feeding her with negative and toxic energy coming up here. I've also got the Four of Wands energy here again. Once again, another confirmation about the union to happen between both of you here. So yes, the union is definitely going to be happening between both of you. The communication may take a little bit a while again. With this hermit energy, this is what I mean. Like she does not want to do anything. She was just like rather keeping everything within herself. It may take time for her to break free from this hermit energy here first. So after she breaks up from this hermit energy here, then she's going to start putting up the action and coming towards you here. Then things are definitely going to be taking up between both of you. You are coming up here as the Empress energy, and you also asked me here why you are related to the divine feminine rather than the divine masculine here, even though you are a guy. Because energy does not necessarily have to be the same with gender or with sex. You can be a male and you can relate with the divine feminine messages for, let's say, like for 1 month, and then the next month you could be relating with the divine masculine energy here. Because as a normal human, I mean, like as a human being, we have both of the energy. This is why it's called yin and yang. Like both masculine and feminine energy are there within ourselves. It's just that even though you're a guy, you have the even though you are a guy, your feminine energy is more strongly, which makes her coming up from the masculine energy here. This is why there is a little bit of unbalance from herself, being a female, and she's coming out from unbalanced masculine energy. Once she's healing, and once both of you also like going through the healing, like going through this journey, slowly you will also be relating to your masculine energy. Like it is fine. Like there is nothing wrong with that. It's quite normal. So that's it for your first question. Let's see your second. How does she sees you currently? Okay, so on how does she sees you currently, here is that I've got the Ace of Cups energy coming up here. She knows that you still have a lot of love and a lot of feeling towards her with this Ace of Cups energy here. And this is what I mean. She's still coming up as the King of Swords energy, but in her mind you are coming up as the Emperor energy coming up here. So both of your energy are coming up as almost similar. With you coming up as the Emperor energy here, this is how he sees you. This is how she's seeing you here, which means that you are coming up as quite mature and quite stable. And the way that she sees you here is that someone who has everything for himself. Sometimes she's kind of like questioning herself here, like why you still haven't moved on. Like sometimes she's questioning herself here. Has he moved on? Like what is going on with her? Like I mean, like what is going on with him? Like all of those questions are definitely there. part of her here is also a little bit afraid that you have moved on, because I've got the center energy coming up here as the Six of Swords. This is what triggering feeling anxious, some sort of like a nightmare here. You might be picking up her energy once in a while. So if within this weekend you are getting like a nightmare or just like a bad dream here, this could be an indication that she was also suffering that. The main concern that I've got coming in here is that she knows that you have a very strong feelings towards her. Like when it comes into your heart chakra, when it comes into the emotional feelings between both of you, here is that she's seeing you as someone who can open up himself, open up your heart chakra, like showing love, like being showing up the love, showing up the stability, emotional stability here, which is what she is lacking at this time. With this King of Swords energy coming up here from her, like she's trying so hard to setting up this wall surrounding herself here, so you won't be able to communicate with her, so you won't be able to approach her here. Like this is part of the ego energy that I've got coming up from her. But she's also afraid, she's also wondering whether you have moved on or whether you still think about her or not. And when she thinks about that here, she's starting to have nightmare, or like this is like one of her biggest fear, I would say here, Jay. So that is how that is how she's seeing you. I don't see anything concerning, I don't see anything negative. Like she's actually quite having a huge respect on you. It's just that she won't really able to speak it up. Like she's definitely putting in a high pedestal, I would say here, especially with this Emperor energy. And she's withholding herself from the communication, is what I'm getting coming up here. This is how she's seeing you. This is what's going on with her. I do not get a third party situation here, but I'm just going to check whether she's in a relationship with anyone. Okay, so in a relationship with someone here or seeing someone here, I've got the Ace of Wands energy coming up here. She may have a sexual relationship or just kind of like a on and off energy here with a very strong water sign. I'm getting a very strong water energy here, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. So yes, I do see there is someone else in her life at this time here, but I don't see anything committed. I don't see anything of like a commitment. I don't see anything of like a long-term relationship or like a stable relationship here. So this might be like a one night stand, or just like someone that she might be seeing, someone that she might just be having like an on and off relationship here. Because at the same energy that I've got coming out from her here is that with this Fool energy and the Magician energy coming up here, she wants to be free. Like she wants to explore free. Like she does not want to have any commitment. She does not want to be like being stuck in one relationship or being stuck in one place here. The energy that I've got coming up from her now is that want to explore and just like want to see what other things that are out there in general, I would say here, Jay. So seeing someone, there is a possibility that she might just have like an on and off relationship or just kind of like one night stand relationship here with someone, but committed and long term, I mean like a committed relationship here, I'm not getting that strongly. So I don't think that she is seeing someone like she's in a committed relationship. No, it's more like a temporary relationship, I would say here, Jay, for them. Yeah, so that's it for your reading. I hope it resonates, and thank you so much for your donation as well. Emily, you can post your question, please. Okay, let's see any messages for you and an update energy. I'm going to do the update first and then I'll do the messages for you. Okay, so the update between you and your husband energy here, Emily, you may feel, or in this case, your husband, both of you here may feel, I'm getting a very strong stuck energy coming up here from your husband. So if he acting up a little bit, I would say here this week, especially this week or early next week, please do not mind about that, because with this stuck energy coming up, he might be heavily affected by the full moon energy. So if he tried to, like just have unnecessary argument between both of you, or just like saying some silly things here, like don't really mind that. I've got a very strong stuck energy coming up here. And another thing that I've got coming in here from him is that a very strong dark thoughts energy. So this is talking about fear, and fear energy coming up here quite strongly, as well as guilty and a little bit of traumatic energy coming up here. So his energy at this time, he is like struggling to maintain a balance within himself. Mentally and emotionally, he's not really stable. So you may actually notice that. If you haven't noticed that here, you may actually be noticing it this weekend. And he tend to be really, really affected by the moon energy here. So with this two energy here, he's starting to have negative thoughts within himself here, like negatively thinking within himself. He's not good enough, like he does not deserve anything good, he does not deserve anything positive. So almost like a struggle within himself here, which he may be projected towards you in a form of like either unnecessary argument or just like being harsh towards you, but it's just going to be a temporary thing. You may, I mean, like during this type of argument or during this time of like unnecessary misunderstanding that may happen between both of you, you may feel like you are losing up him, or like you're losing up everything here, like you just like losing up the chance to be together. But I've got the optimism coming up for you here. So stay optimistic, stay optimistic. The situation between both of you here is definitely going to be looking quite well here. I've also got a great achievement energy coming up here. There are definitely going to be progress coming in here between both of you. It's just that the situation or the energy of your husband here is that can be on and off at times. And I'm also getting feeling extremely overwhelmed and feeling extremely overburdened. So he may actually throw out his frustration, like being hard towards you, or just like saying something that he did not mean. Like this the Knight of Swords energy that I've got coming up is a very strong fast moving energy and almost like a rushing energy coming up here. So he may say something, like he just like may say something in the moment of anger or in the moment of just like frustration. Do not mind that. Overall energy that I've got coming in here is that try to stay grounded and try to stay optimistic as you can. I feel like during the weekend energy here, things might be moving up in a little bit of slow manner this weekend and early next week, and then after that things are going to be progressing quite well. So that's what I'm getting coming up here. Yeah, communication and just like him being acting up a little bit, but other than that things are actually looking good. Just stay optimistic is what I'm getting coming up here. So that's it for his energy. Let's see any messages for you. Even though this is a message for you here, but I still got the Two of Cups energy. So this is going to be a reminder about the connection between you and your husband. Both of you do have a very strong soul connection here. There is no doubt on that. Financially, I do get a very strong stability energy coming up here. I'm not sure if you are thinking about starting up a new project. Like I'm getting like a new project, or either like some kind of like a project that I've been wanting to do is going to be successful. Either you're going to be getting up the contract or just like successfully finishing up that project, which is going to be giving you some extra money or just like some financial income, financial balance coming up here for you. So financially things are looking good. I've also got the Four of Pentacles energy coming up for you here. That do not hesitate to open up yourself. Do not hesitate to be showing up your potential. I do get a very strong traveling energy coming up here. Maybe a short distance, maybe a long distance energy, or just like a quick traveling energy could also be there. Like visiting friend, visiting family members. This might be something of the future, like the far future. So it could be like during the holidays here. For you specifically here, I'm going to be suggesting you to be focusing up more on your heart chakra, healing up your heart chakra that I've got here. Nothing else. Release the burden. I've also got a very strong, overwhelming energy. Feeling overwhelmed and carrying a lot of burden within yourself as well. So the energy or the message that I've got for you here said there is a very strong soul connection between you and your husband. Do not doubt on that. You may be feeling extremely overwhelmed now. This is not only related to your situation in love, but in general here, like you might be carrying a lot of burden, like just like a mental pressure in general, I would say here. So could be something related to work situation. I'm getting more pressure, like more pressure on your work, or you may be working, or you may be like having an increasing work hour here, like working on something. So there could be like a certain type of like a new contract, like a new opportunity that will be coming up to you here. Emily, pay attention to that. Like if you want to take up that new opportunity or the new contract or something related to finances, yes, that your most of your time will be into that. Like I'm getting like a very strong working late night, I would say here, like an extra workload is also another thing that I've got for you. Financially, things are definitely going to be okay, like a balanced energy coming up. Your success and milestone being achieved is also another thing that I've got. Again, traveling energy here. You said that you traveled last weekend, so there might be like, so this could be like the past energy, but I feel like this is more like a new energy here. So it could be like next month or like during the holiday season or just like a short distance travel. Overall energy or overall message that I've got for you here is that do not hesitate to open up yourself. Do not hesitate to showing up your potential. I'm getting here. The message that I've got for you here is passion. Do what excites you, get fired up about your life, increase your energy level. So whatever you've been like, you are definitely going to achieve what you've been passionate about, like milestone, great achievement, some sort of like a milestone when it comes into your finances or when it comes into your business. So just like do not hesitate to open up to your full potential is what I'm getting coming up here for you, Emily. That's it for your reading. I hope the reading resonates with you, and thank you so much for being patient, and thank you so much for your donation as well. Okay, Judy, I got you. Let's see who's next. Dennis, you can post your question, please. You're welcome, Emily. Dennis, you can post your question. You want to have love update. Let's see. Okay, so you want to have a love update between you and Ashley, or let's say. Oh, thank you, Dennis. Okay, let's see any update on your love life and your person, and then financial. Yes, I get it, Dennis. This is your reading now. Let's see your finances. Okay, let's start with your love situation here, the energy between you and your person here. I've got the courage energy coming up here, and then I've also got optimism coming in here as well. In general, I would say here is that you, both of you, but this specifically is your energy here, is that to step up with this courage energy here, is that do not doubting yourself, do not doubting your potential, like do not hesitate to take the next step in your life here, whether it comes into your love situation or even like your general situation here, Dennis, because with this courage energy coming up, I'm getting a little bit of fearful energy from you, or afraid of taking the first step, or a little bit of lack of courage energy coming up here. This is also why I've got the optimism energy coming up for you here as well, Dennis, that you need to keep your heads high up and still be optimist, like still keep up with your optimism here. The overall energy that I've got coming in here is that the healing light, which is something that both you and your person here needs to go through here. So there are definitely, I'm getting a little bit of slow moving energy, to be honest, because of this healing and the transformations that are still need to happen between both of you here. Now, moving forward into the future here, I do get the Two of Pentacles and the shadow side energy coming up here. This is talking about a little bit of off balance energy and still struggling coming up here quite strongly, but I feel like this is mostly your person energy rather than your energy. The Two of Pentacles here is that is definitely both of your energy. It's definitely both of your energy here, trying to maintaining up the balance within yourself and trying to maintaining up the balance. I mean, like within oneself individually here. With this Two of Pentacles energy that I've got coming in here is that struggle is definitely there, but for your person here is that they might be stuck, or they might be involved in a certain type of like an unhealthy situation or negative situation that they still haven't really been able to break free of. I do see a very strong family energy coming up here for you here, completion when it comes into the love situation here, happy home, happy family, happy relationship coming up here. The time frame for your love situation here, I've got the number 4. 4 weeks to 4 months from now can be coming up quite significant, or around beginning of winter energy. So that's it for your love situation here. And for your general energy in your life as well as on your finances here, I've got the death energy and the world energy coming up here. The first thing that I've got here is that you are very, very close into a new opportunities and new beginning in your life. And these opportunities with this Knight of Swords energy here is going to be coming up quite fast. I'm getting that you will be put in a certain situation here where you have to keep on running, and I mean, like, you have to be keep on moving up fast, I would say. So try to prepare yourself for that. So yes, there are definitely going to be some financial blessings coming up towards you, but it may require you here either to get like multiple job or like more than one job here, like more than one work. Like overall energy that I'm getting coming up for you here is that things are definitely going to be moving on really really fast for you, so try to catch up on that. And before you be able to start this new journey, before you be able to walk into this new path of your life here, is that with this world energy here, you have to identify the past things or past situation in your life here and just close the door once and for all, I would say here, Dennis. So you have to identify certain things from your past here and just like close up the chapter. So I mean, like after you've done that, after you walk away from certain type of like past energy or past situation here, you're going to see a lot of progress happening for you, especially when it comes into your finances. I'm also going to be pulling up time frame for your financial situation. I've got the Six of Swords energy coming up here, a very strong positive outcome and victorious outcome coming up here. Financially, you are definitely going to be fine. 6 weeks to 6 months from now, or around spring season next year, you're going to see a lot of progress and a lot of positive changes when it comes into your finances, Dennis. That's it for your reading. I hope it resonates. Thank you so much for your donation, and thank you so much for being patient as well. All right, star messages from Spirit regarding your twin flame connection with Olivia. Okay, so the first energy that I've got coming in here is that there is a possibility of a third party involvement, but this third party involvement may not necessarily have to be another person. I feel like this is more of like Olivia's own struggle, because I do get a very strong little bit of ego and stubbornness energy coming up here quite strongly. There is also a possibility of like people around her, like external circumstances, to make her do stuff or to make her say stuff, I would say here. Like overall energy I'm getting here is that a little bit of stubbornness and ego energy coming up here quite strongly, which is why I've got the Queen of Wands energy coming up here as well. Like sometimes she can be more into her own ego, sometimes she can be a little bit too stubborn here. The stubbornness energy that I've got here is almost like she does not see, or she did not see the fault or like the mistake on her side. Now on your energy that I've got coming in here, star, is that you are coming up as the Emperor energy. So energetically here, both of you definitely have some gap. You are coming up as a little bit higher energy than her, and the reason why, even though she is coming up as the Queen energy here, there is still some struggle or some challenges here because of the ego, because of the stubbornness. Sometimes here this can also be expressed in terms of like temper or harsh communication, something like that. Now, another thing that I've got coming in here is that Six of Swords energy coming up here. I'm not sure if you have made a decision to completely walk away and does not want to do anything with her, but with this Six of Swords energy coming up here, is that the distance is definitely going to be close in between both of you here, like the physical or the emotional distance between both of you that I've got coming up here with it, with the Six of Swords energy. Either you will be approaching her or she would be approaching you here. I've also got the Hierophant energy coming up here. This is a very strong awakening energy coming up here as well. So I think she's also going to go through a certain type of awakening within herself here. And once that happens, this could be closing up the distance between both of you here as well. Let's see. You have walked away. Okay, that kind of makes sense because I think she will be the one to actually approach you here. All right, let's see what else. Because the near future energy that I've got coming in here from her, I've got the Tower energy coming up. This is going to be a huge like again awakening energy, I would say here, but this is more like everything that she has been building on here. Again, the ego energy, the stubbornness energy here is coming crumbling down. So she's going to be going through a certain type of tower movement, a certain type of like a huge realization, I would say here, which is then going to be triggering up her own awakening. And when that happens here is that she's going to be more stable mentally and emotionally within herself. Then she might try, and then she will be making an attempt to come back into your life. I've got the Four of Wands energy coming up here. Just be prepared, like she might try to come back to you here, and like trying to wanting to have another chance, but I think it may take a little bit of while because I've got the Three of Swords energy coming up here. If this is not happening around 3 months from now, it may take around next year, beginning of sorry, end of next year. So may take around like 1 year from now here. I'm also getting a very strong heartbreak energy coming up here. Feeling hurtful and feeling heartbreak is also another thing that I've got coming in here for both of you specifically here. So the past connection, yeah. So the past, sorry, the messages that I've got coming in here is that she is going to go through a huge awakening and a huge tower movement in her life, which is then leading up to her awakening, to a spiritual awakening, just like awakening here. And then from that moment, she is going to be coming up more stable, like being independent and more stable within herself here. And when that happens, she will be the one to come back and approach into what you here. But it may take a while. It may take a while here because if this is not happening within the next 3 months, it may take around next year. Next year energy coming up quite strongly here. But yeah, at this time she's still kind of like on her ego, still kind of like on the stubbornness energy. At the end of the day, it's definitely going to be a choice whether you're going to like take her back or not. But I do understand why you might have walked away here. Just like don't really stress yourself about this because she has a lot of things that she needs to learn. She has to go through a lot of tower movement here before she can actually like be awakened and come towards you. So it may really take a while here, but in general you chose to walk away here. I think it's already a good decision because you are coming up as the Empress. So there is nothing wrong. I mean, like, you don't have to worry about anything. Like, you're already there. She has the one to like to take care of everything. So you made a good decision, I would say. Yes, star. Thank you so much for your donation, and thank you so much for being patient as well. I appreciate that. Okay, Empress of Love. Um, you're welcome. Judy, let's see your question. How will things progress between you and Inda? First of all, here I'm getting a very strong emotional healing that needs to happen between both of you or has already been happening here. Being open and being honest with one and with individually with yourself. So you have to be, I mean, like both of you here have to be going through the necessary healing, and then after that here I've got very strong honesty energy coming up here, communication coming in here as well, full of honesty and full of clarity. So I've also got the Three of Pentacles energy coming up here. If both of you are not in communication, or both of you, the communication is not really going on too well here, the communication will definitely be improving. I do see both of you going to re-establish a foundation or a space where both of you can be honest, both of you can open up with one another here without getting defensive and without getting offensive. The Three of Pentacles energy coming up here is more like both of you coming in together, discussing about how to progress things like on an individual level. What are the changes that you are expecting to see from them? What changes that they're expecting to see from you? So that open communication, like a productive communication and open space between both of you here is definitely going to be established. But the first step that I'm getting here is that definitely a very strong healing energy, mental and emotional healing energy that needs to happen first. From your energy here, Judy, I've got the Queen of Cups energy and I've also got the King of Cups energy coming up from them. So both of you definitely do have a very strong soul connection with one another. There is no doubt on that. Because both of you are almost similar energetically coming up here. And when it comes into the emotional aspect of the relationship, when emotionally communicating with one another, like the emotional feelings that both of you have with one another. So both of you do have that very strong feelings with one another. It's just that sometimes both of you can be, or at least from the King of Cups energy here is their energy. Sometimes they can be a little bit little bit unstable when it comes into the emotion. So this is serving up as the challenge. The progress or the next progress that I've got coming up here is that the new beginning energy coming in here as well. So there's definitely going to be a new beginning, healing any of the karmic situation, healing any of the karmic energy between both of you. There's also a possibility of pregnancy coming up here or a baby coming in here, especially if you can still have children. If you cannot have children anymore, this is basically talking about a rebirth of the relationship between both of you. The time frame that I've got coming in here is at the number 5, so it can be next 5 weeks or 5 months from now. Could also be around the month of April or May as for the time frame. Thank you so much for your donation and thank you so much for being patient as well. All right, so Empress of Love, you can post your question. Okay, Empress of Love, I got yours. And for those of you who would like to have a free reading, you may actually post your questions. I'll get to it. You may start posting up your question. What is the next action of the Sagittarius friends towards you? I do see them coming towards you here, or at least I do see, like a lot of approaching energy coming up from them here, Empress of Love. But there is there is a little bit of hesitation energy here, or at least a little bit of ego-based energy coming up here from them. So just just to give you a heads up about it. Sometimes they can be a little bit too stubborn, I would say here, or sometimes they feel like they know everything, like that kind of energy I've got coming up here. So the ego and the stubbornness coming up here quite strongly. Let's see. Yeah, I'm getting away. I'm getting a very strong independent energy coming up here. So you're going to see a lot of independence energy coming up from them. Sometimes this independent energy can be a little bit of, I would say, annoying, but it's like they know what they want, and they sometimes can be like too stubborn on that side. Like that kind of energy is what I'm getting coming up here from them. Let's see what else. I've also got the Queen of Cups energy coming up for you here. So the next action towards them, the next action of your Sagittarius friend you here is that with this Queen of Cups energy coming up here, it may take a while for the contact to happen. And the reason why they are not contacting you, or the reason why things are not progressing towards you here, is that they are still a little bit on the ego, they're still a little bit on the stubbornness, thinking that they are the one who's actually right. So that ego energy coming up here coming up here quite strongly. But I do not see them hating you. I do not see them like being mad or like, yeah, I don't see them hating you. It's just that they are a little bit on their ego. Even though I do see a communication or like a movement coming up towards you here where they are going to be approaching that. The Knight of Wands energy here is also heads up that even when they approaching you or even when the communication happen between both of you, it may still be a little bit like on and off, or it may still be a little bit of awkward here and there. I forgot the Queen of Cups energy coming up here. This is your energy coming up quite strongly here, Empress, which means that emotionally here you are more sensitive than her. Both of you are almost like fire and water. It's quite interesting because they are Sagittarius. I'm not sure if you're a water sign, but it's almost like both of you fire and water. Sometimes both of you can get along. Sometimes like when things are not really looking good for both of you here, it may take a while for both of you to actually be able to be in the same room or in the same space again. I've also got a very strong new beginning energy coming up here. Progress is definitely going to be there, but it may take a while. The hesitance energy or the resistance energy that I've got coming up here is from their side rather than from your side. So they are still resisting of communicating with you. They're still resisting of having to do anything with you here, at least for now. Time frame for the communication. Time frame for the communication here, I've got the number 6. So if it's not happening within the next 6 weeks to 6 months from now, it may happen around the month of June. The month of June, July coming up quite strongly here for you, Empress. That's it for your reading. I hope it resonates. Thank you so much for your donation, and thank you so much for being patient. I would suggest you to just leave them be, because the more you try to approach them, the more they're just going to like stepping back. Like let them just come towards you, which they will. Okay, let's start with the free question. Okay, I'm going to scroll back up to see. Yes, Amani, you can get your birthday question. I think someone else is also having a birthday here. JM, happy birthday to you as well. Yeah, sorry, Amani and JM, you can post your question. I don't see the question here, so I'll just wait for that. Let me go back up. Suvi, should you continue the course you have choose to do as a career? Should you continue the course as your career? Okay, I would say here, yes, you will have, I mean, like you can definitely be successful if you choose to continue with the course that you have as a career. At the same time here with the full energy, you're also going to be able to be opening up a lot of new opportunities and new doors in your life as well. Marian, new house purchase. So there is a possibility of, yes, you will definitely be able to purchase a house, but I feel like it may take a little bit a while here. I'm not really getting any fast movement energy. Earliest, I would say here around summer season next year. Melanie, do you have anything to worry about his past person? It's a really tough. I don't think so that you have to worry anything about it. I think they have done, I mean, like I think both of them is actually already done. The more that you're worrying about it here is just going to keep making you feeling extremely overwhelmed and extremely overburdened, Melanie. So yeah, you don't have anything to worry about that. FM. Is it the end of you and is it the end of you and are being actively present in each other's life? No, not really. No, this is not the end. I've got the justice energy coming up here. There is definitely going to be. I mean, like, there's definitely going to be another stage or another way of both of you going to be involved with each other's life here. Even though I'm not getting a very strong romantic energy at this point of time, there is a possibility of that to happen in the future. Miranda. Oh, hi Miranda. Yes, I haven't been posting lately because I haven't feeling too well. I hope you're good. Andrea, who or what is the woman you're living with hiding from you? What is this person hiding? I've got the devil energy coming up here. It says some sort of like a deception and manipulation energy coming up here. It could be something related to financial situation. They might be hiding something regarding financial situation, but the devil energy here is a very strong manipulation energy coming up. So I feel like it may not only related to finances. Yeah, but there are definitely something that they're hiding. There are definitely something that they're being manipulative about. At this time, I'm getting a very strong financial energy here, Andrea. Salma, does Rahab love you? Let's see. What is this intention? Yes, this person does love you. I've got the Six of Swords energy coming up here and Wheel of Fortune. They do actually have a very strong intention of making this connection to be successful and victorious. And with this Wheel of Fortune energy coming up is that things in the future is also going to be moving forward really, really smoothly between both of you, Salma. Emma, general reading. Let's see. Emma Hawkins, general reading. The energy that I've got coming up for you here, Emma, is a healer. And then I've also got a very strong freedom energy coming up here as well. You have a powerful healing gift. Have faith in your abilities. Stay true to your part as a healer. Freedom, live wild and free. Choose your freedom and claim your independence. You are or you will be having a lot of new opportunities into your life, which you may actually meeting up a lot of new people, new connection coming up quite strongly for you. You have to be mindful about your energy because I'm getting that you can be a little bit sensitive and quite empathic within yourself. So draw necessary boundaries and do not allow people to just enter your personal space. That's going to be helpful for you in grounding yourself and just like protecting yourself in general. So Charlene, Charlene, is good things going to come in your way? 100% yes, I'm getting a very strong success energy and a victorious outcome energy coming up here. I do feel like everything in your life is going to be turning out into success and into victorious outcome. Whatever new things that you are going to do or whatever ongoing things that's already been there in your life. More specifically here is that I'm getting a very strong success energy when it comes into your love and a relationship situation or emotional completion, I would say here, like a very strong new beginning energy coming up for you here, Charlene. Myra, what events happening to you by the end of the year? Let's see. You may be feeling a little bit of overwhelm towards the end of the year. This could be like something related to work situation or like just like in general here, you might be feeling a little bit of overwhelm, like some kind of like pressure would be there. But by the end of the year here is that things are definitely going to be taking off. I'm getting like a lot of fast moving energy happening towards you here by the end of the year to the beginning of next year. Things are starting to take off in your general life here. money, financial situation, as well as love situation, Myra. Masuma, was she in another relationship? Alright, is this person in another relationship? There is a possibility though. I've got the Three of Cups energy coming up here. There is a possibility of a third party situation here. So yes, there is a possibility of this person is in another relationship or under influence of some other people. Masuma. Daniel, will you receive an apology from the Scorpio this year? I'm not really getting a very strong yes for this year. I'm getting I'm getting a very strong Nine of Swords energy coming up here and feeling stuck and stagnancy. So no, I'm not really getting a very strong yes that you will be getting an apology or return from the Scorpio this year. It may take a while. B and K, what is coming up next in your love life? Or I'm getting a little bit of conflict energy coming up here. This can be something of a reason or something of a past energy. A little bit of conflicted energy could be like an inner conflict or just like an conflict energy with your with someone close to you. I've also got the Knight of Swords energy coming up here. There is going to be a fast moving energy coming in here. I do not get a very strong new energy coming in here, so but I've got the Page of Wands energy coming up for you here. Like there is going to be like an on and off energy, like a fast moving energy. Things going to be taking off really fast and then leaving you confused. I'm not really getting a very strong new person coming in with for you here, BNK. Someone from your past or someone like the person that you're currently with here. So there could be a little bit of misunderstanding, conflict here and there. Like it could be happening really fast and then both of you coming back together and then just kind of like a lot of like confusion, a lot of like conflict energy is what I'm getting coming up here surrounding you. So no, not a brand new guy. I'm sorry about that. Who else? Oh, Travis. What career or job should you pursue after you left the job you are at next? So what kind of job you can actually focus on? Okay, so first of all, here that after you leaving up your job here, I wouldn't suggest you to rush into getting up. I mean, like to rush into another job because I feel like you need a break. I'm getting a very strong that you need a break coming up here. So maybe like spend some time with your family or just like take a few months break here, just like to regain yourself, like to regain like to just like healing yourself, like regain back the energy that you've lost in the past job. I'm getting a very strong like a teamwork related situation for you here. You will be working really really well within a team, and whatever job that you're going to be choosing up here is that please pay attention to your emotional health. So I feel like most of the time here that you have been just looking up for a job just for the sake of having a job here, but I think this time you need to be focusing on which one that can give you that emotional stability here, which is that you're going to be really really happy at. I feel you're definitely going to be getting you are definitely going to be getting up that job. And with this world energy that I've got coming in for you here is that at least take a break. I'm getting a very strong break energy coming up here. So take a break. I mean, like you can still applying for a new job, but at least take a break for a couple of weeks or just like a 1 month here before actually going back to work field. Like that's the main message that I'm getting coming up for you here, Travis. Anita, what is the Cancer current love? This person does have a very strong love towards you here, Anita. This person does have a very, very strong emotional feeling towards you here. There is no doubt on that. Sometimes they are not able to express that. I'm getting a very strong, fast moving energy or tend to be rushing into things coming up here quite strongly. So you may be seeing this person like rushing into things or just like doing things way too quickly, which make you feel like they are not loving you or they do not care about you, but that's not true. They do actually have a very strong emotional feeling towards you here. At this time, I'm getting a very strong, overwhelming energy coming up here from them. So I feel like they might be going through a certain type of hardship or certain type of struggle in their life at this time. Right, so someone donated. Let's see who is that. Okay, Nusrat, I'm so sorry I did not see your donation. You can post your question, please. Hold on, let's see. Julia, the minimal donation is $5, so you only send $1. I cannot do a donation reading from that. You can actually send the remaining if you want me to do a donation reading. Otherwise, I'll put you into the free list as usual. Nusrat, let me see. I don't see your question here. Um, okay, so Nusrat, let's see. What is your question? Someone new coming. Oh, you want to know whether there is someone new coming in into your life. I'm getting a very strong earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn, or someone with a very, very strong earth energy surrounding themselves. I'm getting more towards like a Virgo energy coming up here. This person is not really a talkative or someone like a little bit of on the introvert side here, Nusrat, but someone who is strong in a sense that they are mentally and emotionally mature, quite mature and quite grounded within themselves here. They have a very strong personality as well. So sometimes you may get a little bit of intimidated with them. Just a heads up here. Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. I'm getting more towards like an introvert, like someone with a very strong introvert energy, but this person have a very strong personality, which sometimes you may feel or which sometimes may make you feel a little bit of intimidated with this person. Mentally and emotionally, they are quite grounded and quite mature within themselves as well. Stable, quite stable. I'm getting a very strong stable energy coming up here. A very strong stability energy coming in here. Let's see. They're definitely going to be an equal match with you here. It's just that this strong personality here can be a little bit of intimidation with you, because your energy here, Nusrat, coming up as the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is more like someone who is down to earth, someone who just like tend to be keeping up everything within yourself. Like this is more of your energy. Like you are just there, you want to take care of people, you just like want to make sure that everyone is happy, and then just keeping everything within yourself here. So with this Queen of Pentacles energy that I've got coming in here is that the energy that I've got coming in here for you is that this person can be a little bit of can be a little bit of intimidated here, but try to not feel insecure. Try to not feel that as if you're not good for them. Like try to heal your insecurities first, I would say here, because they have a very strong personality energy here. Let's see, but the way that they are, the communication with them, like the way that things are flowing out, I mean, like the way that both of you can connect, both of you can communicate here will be flowing up quite naturally. Things are definitely going to be taking off between both of you here as well. At this time, I'm getting a very strong distance energy here. This is why both of you haven't met just yet, Nusrat, which means that both of you could be in a different state, in a different city, or there is also a possibility of a different country as well. I'm getting a very strong distance energy coming in here between both of you. When you're going to be meeting up this person, you may be meeting up this person here during the spring season next year. By earliest, I would say here during the spring season that you will be meeting up with this person. They're also quite romantic. The sexual aspect of the relationship is also going to be really good. But yeah, overall here, the only concern that I have here is that they can have a very strong personality, which may make you feel a little bit of intimidated here. So try to not feel intimidated with them. That's the main energy that I've got coming in here for you. Thank you so much for your donation, and thank you so much for being patient as well. The letter that I'm getting coming up here is that the letter M and the letter D. So those letter may actually, they may have the letter M or the letter D on their name. MD coming up here quite strongly. Thank you so much for your donation. Nusrat, let's see, Julia. Any messages about your connection with Shania? Let's see. You have a very strong intuition here, Julia. Pay attention to your intuition, and you also have a very strong manifestation power coming up here. The challenge that I've got coming in here between both of your connection here is that I'm getting a very strong victim mentality energy coming up. The victim mentality energy that I've got coming in here is that going to be will be projected as conflict. So both of you may already have a certain type of conflicts, either recently or in the past, or this conflict energy here could also be referring to an inner conflict between both of you. The victim mentality energy that I've got coming in here is more like an ego-based energy. One of you here or both of you here tend to be either shifting up the blame to the other people, or does not want to take responsibility of everything that had happened. So I feel like this is more of like their energy coming up quite strongly here, Julia. Like they tend to be like how do I say it here? Like they tend to be keeping everything within themselves and blaming up the circumstances rather than standing up, or rather than just like standing up for themselves in general. I would say like this is serving up as the biggest challenge between both of you. If there is a distance between both of you here, I've also got a very strong travel energy coming up here. The travel energy here is signifying distance between both of you. Could be a physical distance, could also be a very strong emotional distance between both of you here as well. And another thing that I've got coming in here within both of your connection here, Julia, is that I've also got the discovery energy coming in here. The discovery energy here is an indication that both of you are currently on a discovering path about yourself on an individual level. You are trying to find out about you are getting awakened on your journey, as well as they are also getting awakened in their journey. That's the main energy that I've got coming in here between both of you. I've also got a very strong happiness and success energy that will be there as well. Let's see the future. I'm getting a very strong new beginning energy coming out for both of you here. So new beginning will definitely be there between both of you. I'm also getting a very strong union energy coming up here. There is definitely a very strong soul connection between both of you. Once again, I'm getting a very strong traveling energy or distance energy coming out here. It may take a while, or at least it may take some time for both of you either to be able to meet face to face or just like to communicate face to face here if there is a distance between both of you. Once again here, I'm getting a very, very strong healing energy coming up here, emotional healing coming up here. And then I've also got the Ace of Swords energy here, which is talking about a very strong communication energy coming up here as well, Julia. Communication is definitely going to be there, which is going to be full of clarity and full of honesty coming up here. I've got two aces coming in here for both of you. There is definitely going to be success in this connection, but there are still going to be some healing that needs to happen here as well. I'm going to be pulling up a time frame to see. The time frame that I've got coming in here is that the number 2, early spring next year can be coming up quite strongly. 2 months from now, or the month of February next year can be coming up quite strongly as well. So yeah, that's it for your reading. I hope it resonates. Thank you so much for your donation, and thank you so much for being patient. Sure, Nusrat, 1 minute. I'll send you the link. Let's see. Nusrat, you can look up for booking on a personal reading on that link. I've also put up the code for 20% off Black Friday 20, so you can also use that code for booking. Thank you, Julia. I appreciate that. Okay, let's go back up to pre-reading. Where was I? Let's see. I think I did Anita. I did BNK. Just go back up. Okay, GM Stevenson, happy birthday to you. When will you and your twin thing? Amani, I still haven't seen your question. You can just post your question. I think I missed you. I missed reading you on your birthday, so please post your question. GM, when will you and your twin film back together? All right, so both of you do have a very strong soul connection here. There is no doubt on that. There's a very, very strong soul connection between both of you, and yes, both of you are definitely going to be getting back together here. As for now, I've got the number 8 coming up here quite strongly, GM. So it may take around either 8 weeks from now, 8 months from now, or late summer energy next year. Yes, it's taking a little bit some time here because I feel like your twin flame here with this Eight of Swords energy, they're still feeling trapped mentally and emotionally speaking. So they may still going through a certain type of karmic situation that making them feeling stuck and feeling trapped within themselves here, GM. Uh, Taija, is it because I've just did a reading of Julia and Shania? I'm not sure if the same thing, so you can just like try. Please let me know if this is the reading that I've just done. Taija Williams, so please clarify on that. Martin, what are our current intention towards you? What is Celeste's current intention? They definitely do see you as the emperor energy here, Martin, but at the same time, I'm getting a very strong inner conflict within themselves. They have a very, they are putting in such a high pedestal. They also have a very strong respect, and yeah, they're definitely putting in a high pedestal, have a very strong respect, have a very strong feelings energy towards you here, but at the same time, they're feeling quite conflicted about it. So a little bit of indecisiveness and hesitation energy coming up here. Pink roses, message from A. So they are currently going through a certain type of family issues and family upbringing that I've got here, and they want you to explore yourself. So I think they want you to be focusing up on themselves and just like focus on yourself here while they're also focusing on their own trauma and healing from the trauma within themselves here. Pink roses. Indira, what are any messages from me? So I've got so many messages coming up for you. I've got so many messages coming up for you here, Indira. So I've got yes coming up here. I wish I could talk to you right now. So they actually want to communicate with you, or they actually want to talk to you. They want you to trust in the divine timing. So patience is coming up here quite strongly. They love you and they see a future with you coming in here as well. So they do want to be with you. They see a very strong future with you here as well. You mean the word to me coming up here, and will you marry me? So this is what they want to, I mean, like, this is what they want you to know, that they have a very strong feeling towards you and they also want to marry you. I've got so much of energy coming up here. I've also got family issues and upbringing and legal system and legal issues. So this is something that they might be struggling with at this time. Certain type of like family issue could also be something related to legality or law related situation here as well, Indira. But yeah, they have so many messages coming up for you here. They want to talk to you, they love you, they want to marry you, they see the future with you, and you mean the world to them. They just have a certain type of struggle here, either family related situation or law related situation or legality related situation here. Okay, Amani, what are the next step in your life? You have moved. All right, so first of all, here I'm getting for you here, Amani, is that take your time, do not rush into anything because things might be moving forward in a little bit of slow manner for you. This could also be talking about take your time to adjust the situation. I'm not sure if this is, I mean, I'm not sure if Texas is a new place for you or if you have been there before or if you have lived there before. But the first of all here is that take your time, do not rush into anything. I'm getting a very strong love connection coming up for you here with this lover's energy. So you actually may meet or you actually may have some progress when it comes into your love situation. Overall energy I'm getting coming up is that try as much as you can to keep yourself in balance. Like do not rush into anything. Like that's the main thing that I've got coming in here. You are coming up here as the Queen of Wands energy, which means that you have a very strong energy surrounding you here. Own up to that, owning up to your own potential. Do not feel that you have to withhold yourself back. Just like be open and just like let yourself shine, I would say here. I've also got the sun energy coming up for you here. This is a very, very strong ultimate happiness energy coming up for you. So moving forward here, there are a lot of positive energy coming up for you here, Amani. So your life is definitely going to be really, 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 really well and looking good in Texas. Like, yeah, I don't see anything concerning apart from just like don't rush and take your time. Is what I'm getting here. Once again, happy belated birthday to you, Amani. Coco, will your driving improve? I've already gotten a very strong yes, but I'm just going to pull a card for you to see. Yeah, definitely. I'm getting a very strong moving energy coming up here. Yes, your driving skill is going to be improving a lot and quite quickly as well. Amira, how will your new look go with subliminals? Okay, how will your new look go with subliminals? Alright, so I've got star energy coming up here. Is that this new look will definitely be as per what you have been expecting. I've got a very strong wish fulfillment energy coming up here. Like everything is just going to be as per like what you've been expecting here. So I think the way that people are reacting and how things will be going out here just as per what you've been manifesting. So you're already on the right track. Let's see, Amira. Daria. High paying job. When will you be having high paying job? Yes, eventually yes, but it may take a little bit a while. At the earliest, I would say here next 2 years. I would say here, Daria, for you to be able to get the next paying job. Kira, will you be able to rank among the top 3? Yes, definitely. Lies ahead, loss. What lies ahead of you and your DM? What is coming up? I'm getting a very strong stability and commitment coming up for you here. Jess, will you be in a relationship with End? I'm getting a very strong yes on that. So yes, there is a possibility that you will be in a relationship with End. I do not see someone else at this time. I'm getting a very strong End energy at this time here, Jess. Hmm. Okay, any messages for your, okay, Star, any messages for yourself and your current partner? Let's see. Right, so I've got stability energy coming up for you here, Star, with you and your current partner. So I feel like the situation is definitely going to be looking out really, really well for you. I've also got the Lover's energy coming up here and the Nine of Pentacles. So the situation or the relationship of you and your current partner here is definitely going to be quite stable and moving forward quite smoothly here. There's a very strong possibility of commitment happening here as well. I'm also getting with this with this Nine of Pentacles energy coming up here is that both of you are not losing yourself in the process, or both of you are not losing yourself in the relationship. So both of you have a very strong vision of what you want. I mean, like you have a very strong vision of what your future to be, and your partner also have that as well. So I feel like there is definitely going to be a commitment. I mean, things are definitely going to be looking up quite good between both of you. Let's see. Javi era. I wanted to know how will PB feel? What will they think? Send them the messages. How will PB feel if you send them the messages? How will they All right, so if you send them, I'm not sure what kind of messages here, Javi, but I've got the Ace of Cups and the Nine of Cups energy coming up. This is a very positive energy, like happiness energy coming up here. So in general, I think they're definitely going to be happy. I don't see anything negative happening from you sending up the message. I think when you send the message here, they would be happy and they would actually be replying to you as well. So yeah, you can try on that. And I think this is also going to be, yeah, you said closure here. I think it's also going to be helping you to be free as well. Laria, what is going on with your current partner and this relationship? What is going on? Charlene is only one question for $5. But I'm closing out the reading, so I'm not really taking any donation of now. It's already quite late here. I'm just going to do the last reading for Laria. So what is going to be happening for you, your partner, and this relationship? So I'm getting like a very strong moving forward into stability coming up here for both of you here, Laria, which means that things will be moving forward quite smoothly between both of you. There might be a little bit of struggle here and there in the beginning, but both of you can actually work through this. I'm also getting a very strong Nine of Cups energy coming up here. This is a very strong wish fulfillment energy and happiness energy coming up here. I've also got the King of Pentacles energy coming up here, which means that your partner is also someone who's grounded and stable within themselves. All right, so that's it for the reading. And yeah, I think I've done all. All right, so that's it for the reading. I'm going to end up the live reading. I've also already posted out the next schedule, which is going to be around, I think, Saturday evening, if I'm not mistaken, or Saturday noon. Yeah, just look up onto the on the channel. Thank you so much everyone for tuning in. Thank you so much everyone for subscribing and donation and patiently waiting for your reading. I truly appreciate that. Thank you so much for allowing me to connect and reach you. I hope all of you have a great night, evening, morning, afternoon, wherever you are. Stay safe and be blessed. Bye bye everyone.